Welcome back everyone to Game of the Week, a series where each week I'll be taking a niche and unpopular Roblox game and reviewing it. And if I miss a single day of uploading, the series will end. As always, the link for every game I play will be down in the description below, so if you want to go check the games out, all you gotta do is scroll down and click the first link you see in the description. But without any further dilly-dallying, this Game of the Week is... Overkill. Now, a few episodes ago on this channel, I asked you guys to recommend me some games that I could make Game of the Week episodes on. And a bunch of you replied to that video, and a bunch of you recommended some really good games. And one of the games that I got recommended was a game named Overkill. Except, I didn't really get much information about it. All that the guy who recommended that game said to me was, "Trust me when I say, bro, you should make a video on Overkill." And my initial reaction was, well, should I trust you, bro? Because I got a lot of other comments and suggestions on what games I should play in that video and what games I should make a video on. And a lot of them seemed a lot more interesting than some game named Overkill, even though that name is pretty short and sweet, and as I later found out, a very good description of what this game is about. But for the time being, I ignored that comment, and I went on posting a Game of the Week video every single Wednesday, taking some suggestions from the comments that were left under that original video. And that was that. I kind of just forgot about that comment asking me to play Overkill. Until one day, I went back into that comment section to check what other games people wanted me to make videos on. And I saw that fateful comment. "Trust me, bro. Play Overkill." And at this point, I just had to play it. I had to hop on and see what this game was about, right? I had to go and see whether I should trust this bro, or if I should never trust this bro. And let me tell you, sports fans, I abso-fucking-lutely should have trusted this bro, because Overkill is an amazing game. I think it's probably the most fun game that I've played in Roblox in like a fucking while. I mean, this game is just super fucking fun. If you guys don't know what Overkill is, it's basically this game that is kind of like Rivals, but it's like a roguelike, a shooter PvP game, which is a really interesting concept. I'm not sure if any other game ever did like a combination of a shooter game and a roguelike game, but I personally haven't seen any other game do anything like that. So the concept on its own is already pretty unique, without even getting into the gameplay of the game. But when you do get into the gameplay, that's where this game truly shines, because at its base, this game is a fast-paced PvP type of shooter game, where the main game modes that you can play are 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, and 4v4s. And in each round, you and however many teammates you decided to play with, play against an equally sized opposing team. And whichever team is the first team to reach 5 points in a round is the winner of that round. Now, the way that you score a point is by killing everyone on the enemy team. And when you do that, the map resets, it randomizes, and you and the opposing team play for another point. And then when either side gets killed, the map resets, randomizes, and you play for another point, and another point, and another point, until whichever one of the two teams manages to be the first one to score 5 points. However, what sets this game apart from other fast-paced, team-based shooters is the roguelike elements. Because when you and the opposing team play for the first point, both you and the opposing team pick one of the 3 random cards that are presented to you. And these cards can buff you in a multitude of ways. They can give you more HP, they can give you lifesteal, they can take away some defense from you but give you more damage, they can slow down your fire rate but apply status effects to enemies like burning or poison, for example. They can reduce how effective your shield ability is, but make that shield ability spawn a saw around you, and if any enemies in the vicinity of that saw, then they take damage passively. However, to keep the game balanced, the only time that both you and your enemy both get to pick a card is when you're playing for the first match point, right? Every time after that, when you're playing for the second point, or third point, or fourth point, or fifth point, only the losing team gets to pick a card. And I feel like this makes the game a lot more balanced, but also very, very beginner friendly, because even if you absolutely fucking suck at any form of FPS shooters, you can play this game and you can still be pretty damn good at it. Another beginner-friendly aspect of this game is that there's only a singular pistol that you can use in the game as a gun. And originally, I thought that was kind of lame, you know? I was hoping that there would be like maybe some snipers, maybe some shotguns, maybe some rifles or something, but no, you only have the starter pistol, and that's the only weapon that you're gonna get throughout the whole entire game. And while that sounds like a huge detriment, it actually isn't that much of a detriment, because the more I play the game, the more I realize that you can just make your own weapon. Like, if you want a shotgun, you can just draw a card and pick a card at the start of each round that makes your pistol into a shotgun, right? That makes your pistol fire more bullets, or it gives you a bigger magazine, or makes you fire faster, or whatever, right? Or if you want a sniper, you can pick a card that greatly increases your range and maybe gives you a little bit of aimbot, right? Maybe curves your bullets slightly towards the enemies. If you want a rifle, there's an option for that too. You can pick upgrades that greatly reduce your fire rate and let you even fire semi-automatically. So even though you only have a pistol and a shield at your disposal in this game, that pistol and that shield can turn into literally anything you want. They can turn into, again, like, you can get like an upgrade that gives you a saw around your shield, so that if anyone steps close to you and you activate your shield, they take damage, for example. Or I think there's another upgrade that's like aimbot or something, where if someone steps close to your shield, then that shield automatically fires a bullet at them. So even if your aim is bad, or you're bad at FPS games, there are a lot of these cards that you can use that will help you deal damage to your enemies, even without like directly needing to like super precisely shoot them, right? I mean, there are like some upgrades that you can get that can curve your bullets slightly towards the enemies and give you like slight aim assist. Again, there's like that saw shield card that I talked about, which just basically lets you fucking walk towards your enemies and deal damage. There's a poison bullet upgrade that just lets you shoot an enemy once, and if even one of your bullets lands on them, it poisons them and does a little bit of damage over time. Same with the fire bullets. So yeah, there's just a lot of assists, a lot of aim assists, and a lot of different upgrades, and a ton of different cards. In fact, 71 cards in total. And there are plenty of them that can genuinely help you play, even if you're just genuinely trash at FPS games like I am. The only small little critique of this game that I have is that I wish that you could like make decks in this game, or that there was some way to reduce like the potential cards that you can draw in each round. Because there's a lot of cards that you can unlock and buy with coins in this game, and I just feel like the more and more of them you buy, the less and less likely you are to draw any specific card. Like, if you're really gunning for a specific card, if you really need a specific card, if you're really trying to get a specific card, and you have a lot of cards already bought or unlocked, then your chances of drawing that specific card that you're looking for gets lower and lower and lower and lower the more cards you unlock. So I just kind of wish that instead of every single card being in play all the time, there was like a system where you can make a deck of like 25 cards, and then you use that deck in a game. And in the game, you can only draw the 25 cards that you picked. You can only draw like one of the 25 that you picked, right? And I feel like that would make the game a little bit less luck-based, because now, when you take your deck of 25 cards into a game, you don't have like such a vast, massive array of cards. You can never find the card that you actually want. But you also don't have so little cards that getting the card that you want is basically guaranteed, and you just make like the strongest deck ever and just absolutely obliterate everyone, right? But outside of that little complaint, I really don't have anything bad to say about this game. I mean, it's just truly fantastic. I mean, like I said, guys, if you're bad at FPS games, or if you just don't like FPS games in general, you don't even have to be bad at them. If you just don't like FPS games in general, I would still highly recommend checking this one out because it's really fun. It's honestly like the most fun that I had in Roblox in probably like the past month, maybe 2 months. But that's all I gotta say, fellas. I yapped long enough. I really want to go back to playing this game. So I'm just gonna end the video here. What can I say? Go play the game. And yeah, see you later, everyone. Goodbye.